there's a little place where you can go get drinks, snacks. What do you want to call it? A kitchen, a store? I don't know what in the hell to call it. It's tiny, but there is drinks in there, and there is food. It's on the other side of the building. Now, in fairness, it's right around the corner, but it's in a part of the building I've never gone. This entire studio is a maze. All the time Pat Barry got lost in here. We damn near had to send a search party for him to get out. I mean, it literally is a maze. There is more corners and doors and ins and outs, and there's security points. Point I'm making is, even though this, what I'm going to call a store, kitchen, is right around the corner from us, I was here over a year and had never seen it. It was part of the maze, if you will, that I don't go. I'd have to walk out the room and go right instead of going left, which is my usual path. So for about a year, Joel, when we would get in here, would ask me if I wanted a drink. And what I drink on these show days to put a little pep in the step is a sugar-free energy drink. And so Joel was bringing me these for like a year before I finally, and I thought there was a kitchen over there. That's kind of normal. Now, energy drinks and stuff might be a little high end. Usually an office like this might have a coffee with some creamer you could get, but whatever. Okay, they got drinks here. I didn't think twice of it till I finally went to the place. Well, yeah, it's an open kitchen, but before you leave, there's a scanning system that you have to scan the drink in, and then you have to pay via credit card. There's no other way to pay. You don't have a punch ticket. You don't have an account. You don't no cash. It's a machine, and it requires a credit card, which I know Joel doesn't carry. So I ask him after a year of all, hey, anybody want something? And then he goes and gets, after a year of that, hey, Joel, how have you been paying for these things? Well, he wasn't. He didn't know there was. He'd never been to a place where it's a machine, where you don't pay a person. He thought it was a kitchen situation, or so he claims. Whatever. Let me just tell you what just happened. So we're over there at the kitchen. When we leave the kitchen, there's this red counter, and it's literally a counter that's red, and it's got all sorts of food on it. There's cupcakes up there and cookies and drinks and tea and just this whole counter full of stuff. So I grab this gal named Jay who works here, a friend that I've made in the office, and I go, hey, how does this work? This looks like it's, this looks like it's fair game for just anyone to grab. And she goes, yeah, it is. That's called the red counter. Anything that goes on the red counter, you can take. She said, don't set anything up there. Don't put your cell phone up there unless you're signifying to the rest of the office they can have it. And she laughs and makes a joke, but that's how she explains to us that if it's on the red counter, we're free to grab it and go to our desk and not think twice about it. So Joel, who's with me, grabs a wire metal filing folder piece of furniture. I don't know what to call it. It's a metal standing frame that you would put files in, but it was on the red counter. It's now in his possession. And it has a deal jacket in it. I need a deal jacket. I need that on my desk at the little bitty car lot to put my deal jacket in. Okay, but when Jay explained to us that anything on the red counter is fair game, they were all perishable items. Why would you think you could take a piece of furniture and that's now yours because it was on the red counter? You know what's interesting? Did you see the look on her face when you grabbed that and walked away? No, she said, even this. And I said, are you serious? And she said, everything up there. But she couldn't have been serious. That was an exaggeration, like, hey, don't leave your cell phone up there. Somebody could take it, and now it's theirs. It's like, well, no, I still go to the person and say, give me my phone back. You took a piece of furniture, bro. Okay. It's now in your. I'm staring at it. I mean, you've even put a file in it. You brought files here? That's not that good of a bit. You're better than that. You're really better than that. I don't mind so much that you beat me up here, bro. But you go on somebody else's podcast and you just cut a promo on me. You just go nuts on me, and it was funny. It was funny, the mouthwash bit. Oh, you're talking about Frank Mir. Yeah, and it was a funny bit. It was a funny bit. Explain it again for a story, beginning, middle, end. Okay, explain the story. So he goes on. Frank, he is who? Who is he for the audience? Chael. Chael goes on Frank Mir show. Go from there. He goes on the Frank Mir show. Who is he? Chael. All right. And he,
I'm like, beat me up here, bro. Beat me up here. But God, you could have put me over on his show. You know, who's that guy? You could have spent, man, that's the Godfather, baby. That's my bro. That's my ace deuce. You know, that's the motherfucker that held his shit and did his bit. You know, I'm not gonna embarrass you. I would never embarrass you, bro. I wouldn't cut a bit on you. Chill, son, and businessman. I'm a businessman. I'm a real estate tycoon.
I believe what you're saying, but sometimes I do get lost. Are you not a character on this show? I mean, you are a bit of a buffoon. I think it's what makes you interesting and charming. You say things out of place. What's the money on it, Haas? I mean, you say things that are hard to keep up with, but over time, people have got into it. You're one of those people that's now marking out for your own gimmick, and now you want to be treated differently, but then you lose.
What are you talking about?
You lose the character in the gimmick.
Buddy,
are you going to start showing up and combing your hair and wearing a suit in here, and all of a sudden you're a real guy? I mean, isn't this what we do? Isn't this why this dynamic works?
I'm just telling you, I want to cut a bit on you. But
he's a fan of the show. He listens to the show, so he knows you from that regard.
I'd have put me over. Man, I would never do that to you. I'd never make fun of you. I would never, Chael, son, and businessman, real estate tycoon.
What are you trying to do here?